Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines.
Iran's new top security official, Mohsen Rezaei, has said that not a single drop of oil will be allowed to leave the Persian Gulf if the US blockade continues. He warned that Iran could also target American economic interests if Washington maintains what Tehran calls its hostile actions. On the other hand, Iran's defense ministry says the country and its armed forces have enough experience and capability to withstand and overcome any crisis. Spokesman Brigadier General Rezaei made the remarks as tensions with the United States continue to escalate. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has said that the United States has become desperate and has no new solution against Iran. Dismissing President Donald Trump's economic war as the same old American bullying, Araghchi said Tehran has seen this scenario many times and knows how to confront it. Iran has warned neighboring countries against joining what it calls a U.S. economic war, threatening retaliation against states that support Washington's sanctions campaign. Mohsen Rezaei, Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, said countries participating in economic restrictions would be considered enemies. He warned Tehran could initially seek dialogue, but would target the interests of countries that refuse to distance themselves from the United States. Rezaei also warned that U.S. military action could encourage more countries to pursue nuclear weapons, arguing that Iran's experience showed international safeguards had failed to prevent attacks. He further threatened possible disruption to oil shipments through the Persian Gulf and Strait of Hormuz, while saying Iran would adjust its military and diplomatic strategy based on lessons from the recent conflict. Iran-linked hackers reportedly shut down a British power plant for 4 days last month in what is believed to be the first successful cyber attack of its kind against a UK electricity facility. According to The Telegraph, the unidentified plant was forced offline while staff worked to restore operations. British authorities have not disclosed the facility's identity, citing security concerns. The relatively small plant's shutdown did not affect the wider UK electricity network, but the incident has raised concerns over the vulnerability of critical infrastructure to state-linked cyber attacks.
Syria expects security talks with Israel to resume soon, despite what its foreign minister describes as a lack of trust between the two sides. Foreign Minister Asad al-Shaibani said Damascus wants the talks to lead to an Israeli withdrawal from Syrian territory, while stressing that stopping Israeli attacks remains Syria's immediate priority. The negotiations, backed by Washington, have been frozen since the start of the Iran war. Shaibani said contact between Syria and Israel was cut after an Israeli strike on a Syrian airbase, but he believes diplomacy can resume if it produces results. Norway plans to provide more than $9 billion in financial support to Ukraine in 2027. The Norwegian government says it will allocate 85 billion Norwegian kroner, maintaining the same level of support provided in 2026. The funding is part of Norway's continued assistance to Ukraine amid the ongoing war with Russia. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Kyiv believes Russia is planning to mobilize an additional 300,000 troops after parliamentary elections in September. Zelensky said Russia could also draft hundreds of thousands more troops in 2027, as Moscow pursues its stated military objectives, including capturing the remaining parts of Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has warned Ukraine of retaliation after Kyiv intensified drone attacks on Russian economic infrastructure, saying it had opened Pandora's box. Putin said Russia would target Ukraine's most sensitive economic sectors in response to attacks on facilities including oil refineries and warehouses. Russia has also targeted Ukrainian economic infrastructure, including facilities linked to grain exports through the Black Sea. Putin said the strikes had created challenges for Ukraine, but would not cause global food shortages.
California has crowned its latest World's Ugliest Dog, and this year's winner is a 6-year-old pug named Ginny Lou. Ginny Lou took first place at the 50th annual competition held in Santa Rosa, California, beating a field of dogs known for their unusual appearances. Her owner, Michelle Grady, also took home a $5,000 prize from the event's sponsor. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.